Electricians don't know what they're going to do. The plumbers don't know what they're going to do. The professional people have it, like you mentioned it a couple times. They don't know what they're going to do, but this is what they're going to do. They're going to have handyman that have experience in all things and end up hiring uh, some of these handyman guys. They come in. I work on furnaces. I go, people send my furnaces out. It's 10 degrees. I go over there, pull out their thermocouple, sand it, put it back in. I charge them a service call, 45 bucks, 50 bucks, whatever. Turn it on. That's everything's fine. Now you call a Havoc guy come out. He's $165 for the service call. He's going to do the same exact thing I'm going to do to get it back running.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest, Jeff Ortiz in Ohio, has a handyman services company, been active for many years, and also has a background in faith as an apostle with pastoral services with his ministry, Firestorm Prayer Ministries International. He's also a published author. Jeff, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on here, Jeff. I always like to start off at the top of this show by asking guests how they got started in business, in your case, in handyman services.
From an early age, I quit school when I was 16 and ended up, and my dad told me if I'm going to quit school, I have to go to work. So I started working at an early age, started roofing houses. My dad had a lot of friends. He worked in the roofing and, that type of stuff. And so I was fortunate throughout my life to always be working with people that would teach me what they know: roofing, plumbing, electric. I worked on ships. I did all kinds of stuff throughout my life. So, and I'm good with my hands. So that's how kind of I got started. And then when I got older, I went back to school, got my GED. Now I got a bachelor's in pastoral psychology and theology. So it's been a long road. So
I am curious how the business has grown. When you were just starting out, for instance, young age, right? Did you know at that point in time that, hey, this is going to be a lifelong pursuit? And did you see into the future, scaling a business? Or did that come at some point in time later?
when I was probably 25, between 25 and 30, I had I had a son, Jeff Jr. He's older now. He's almost 50, or he is 50. But anyway, he and me, I started a construction business because I work construction. I work maintenance and this type of stuff, called Jeff and Sons Construction. Now, my son was only 10 years old. He couldn't do the construction. He'd work with me on occasion. But eventually I wanted to work, and then whenever I retired, I could leave him the business. He could run the business or what have you. But he worked with me several times. So I worked the construction field for many years. I mean, before the handyman, before they even had handyman. They didn't even have everything. You were construction, you're a
Right.
carpenter, you're a plumber, you're a drywaller, you're a roofer, you're, whatever, electrician, what have you. So I knew that eventually having your own business, I was business oriented. I knew I needed to have my own business. I worked in the oil refineries, I worked on ships. I had a mindset to work.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Right. Right. When I think about, for instance, those early days, uh, we were talking before the show, Jeff, about the distinction between, handyman services and some of these other terms that people are familiar with, plumber, contractor, HVAC, right? And you're involved in a lot of that. For our audience and for me, can you break down some of the differences in terminology? For instance, when someone is a handyman and they do some of these services versus when someone is a licensed plumber.
Okay. Let me kind of just break this down for you real quick. What is happening now in the work field as far as construction, handyman, and all that? The younger generation don't want to work like I work or we work because it's more high tech. They want to become YouTube. They want to do all these high tech stuff. They want to be movie critics. They want to be more of the business computer type. Most of the young people today. So when I was younger, we would work and be appointed to somebody that was a plumber or electrician. And that plumber electrician would hire you and you would learn that trade. Well, now, 30 years later, handyman are popping up all over the country. And the reason why they do that is because these handyman have been trained in all trades. Now, my licensing, when I'm licensed, but when I pay my insurance, it's called all trades. So a handyman does all trades. It doesn't mean he's a master plumber. It doesn't mean he's a licensed electrician, but he does enough in the household to do just as good as work as them. The point of it is the old guys have went into the handyman business because they can't survive being just a drywaller, a mudder, a plumber, electrician. If you don't know everything, you're not going to stay busy. If you're just a roofer, how are you going to roof over here in Ohio when it snows and it's cold for 6 months? No, you got to do something else. So
Right.
they're popping up. Everybody does. They call them home repair, handyman. They call them all kinds of different names. I even seen one howdy doody handyman and all kinds of different stuff. So that's what it's going to. We become handyman because the young people do not want to work like we worked and how we was taught.
So you got to be a literal jack of all trades.
Right. I've been through 10 guys, usually a year. They don't want to deal with it. They get paid. Well, I don't really want to do this. It's too hard to work. You could be a concrete finisher. There's all kinds of trades, but if you do a little bit of it, if you don't know how to do it, then you suggest the customer, why don't you go ahead and hire, if you set cabinets, get a cabinet hanger, and stuff like that. I do all of that, but so handyman, I get calls constantly. Come fix my plumbing, my pipe broke, blah, 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 blah. So
I want to ask you about, you mentioned the younger generation, not necessarily being gung-ho about working in the trades, handyman services, and so on, and they might do it for a little bit, but decide, this isn't for me. I'm not interested in, how hard this is, how I might be doing this for a long time, heavy work, right? There's also a school of thought out there that I see a lot online. It resonates with me personally, which is, there's an aging plumber, there's an aging, HVAC, there's aging, people who own roofing companies and so on. And that for young people, especially, there's a huge opportunity in the trades, in handyman services, especially, if you're in an area where, it's more uncommon for people to, pick up and swing a hammer. And if you can go out and make a name for yourself, build a brand, especially as someone who's young in the field, I think there would be a lot of enthusiasm from, your local market to support you in your business.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let me just comment there for a second. This is what it is. We're getting old. I'm 70 and I'm still forced to work. Not kind of forced. I could retire, but I still got a couple years. I think I could, continue a little bit, a couple more years. Anyway, what takes place is all the older gentlemen, and I see them every day, Home Depot, Lowe's. I can't keep a helper. I can't keep somebody to help me. So they're at my age, 65, 63, 68, 70, whatever. They don't have a helper. They have to do everything themselves. If they get a young guy, because young guys don't want to work hard, they want to, actually, the Bible says that the next generation will be wiser than the generation before. So they want to do tech stuff. They want to be lawyers. They want to be stuff without getting their hands dirty. They want to make more money. They want to. So the electricians don't know what they're going to do. The plumbers don't know what they're going to do. The professional people have it, like you mentioned it a couple times. They don't know what they're going to do, but this is what they're going to do. They're going to have handyman that have experience in all things and end up hiring some of these handyman guys. They come in. I work on furnaces. People send my furnaces out. It's 10 degrees. I go over there, pull out their thermocouple, sand it, put it back in. I charge them a service call, $45, $50, whatever. Turn it on. That's everything's fine. Now you call a Havoc guy out. He's $165 for the service call. He's going to do the same exact thing I'm going to do to get it back running. There's three things. It's either that, the motor's burned out, or something minor. So that's what I'm talking about. Now they got a busted pipe. I got to go in there and cut the plumbing pipe, put in a shark bite. I'm done. 30 minutes, $45. Plumber comes in, $150. I'll
Triple.
$150. So what it is people, our communities, don't want to pay that high price because everything they make, usually just enough to make the house payment, the car payment, and just surviving. I'm not calling that master plumber. Let me go call Jeff. So they call me, can you fix it? Yeah, I could fix it. Like the hose thing broke off, water shooting up. Can you fix it? Yeah, shut your water off. I cut it, repair it, put it back on, boom, $45. Plumber, $275.
Yep. And when we talk about the increased price for, one individual trade, plumbing, right, for instance, you would think that, if there's an aging plumber that he's built a book of business, that there would be someone out there who would be excited to buy that business. And that way that plumber could retire and sell the business. But as I've learned from talking with folks like yourself, even if you've built up a substantial book of business, there's not people jumping out of the woodwork to buy these small trades or handyman services companies.
You got to look at the community, and you have to look at the people and how they're surviving, how they're making. Sometimes if the husband is just the husband working, the mom has to stay home and take care of the kid. That husband's income usually just covers everything. They may go out one day a week, or they have one good day. but they're not financially secure enough that they don't have to worry about it. They're calling me and they say, Jeff, can you come do, the plumber and the Havoc guy over there? I got a busted sewer line in the concrete, in the basement. Can you repair that? No, but I can do it, but I just have to have my guys, my crew do it. Well, this guy wants $5,000. Give me $2,000. I'll do it myself. Come over, get a jackhammer, boom, boom, place the broken pipe, wait till it sets, have the inspector come look at it. I got a license. Hello, fill it back up, concrete it. I'm out of there for $2,000. But meanwhile, the Roto-Rooter company want to charge them $5,000.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah. When we talk about just the cost of life in general, I mean, people look at, especially as a real estate guy myself, people look at owning a home as a tremendous investment, which I still believe it is. And I'm not just saying that as a realtor, but I truly believe, that it is. But I will say that, especially for folks who are looking at, making a quick buck, it's more and more challenging to do that right now in real estate. Not to say that it's impossible. There's definitely lots of flippers that I'm affiliated with through this show. And of course, there's people who have built a successful business in that. But if you got in, let's say, at the peak of flipping, which might have been around 2019 timeframe, and you're applying that same strategy now in the fix and flip space, it's just not as easy for so many reasons. And so folks who are looking at, making money in real estate, they're having to, factor in maintenance. If you're renting the place out, you're having to factor in vacancy, possible evictions, right? And so I was speaking with an investor actually yesterday, Jeff, who told me point blank, I'm looking to get out of my rentals, and he had built up, a sizable portfolio. So when we talk about, real estate ownership, it's definitely not all sunshine and rainbows, because you have, a $5,000 repair and you're struggling just to get by. How do you make the payment? So for folks like myself and for our audience who handyman services may or may not be on their radar, I think more people are going to be looking at it now, especially after listening to a show like this.
Okay, one of the things I'd like to just implement here with that same guy that you just mentioned, if he would had me and my two guys, then he would become profitable, because I would show him that we could take care of all his maintenance problems. You pay, we're $30 an hour, my guys. I'll charge you. We got two guys, $60 an hour. Let them go and put the water heater in. They've done hundreds of them. This, that. Let me go in there and take out that panel. If we have to have a licensed electrician to get the permit, which you do here, we'd have the license. He'd get the permit and I'd do the work. So when you have good people backing you up, I got guys that I work for. One's got 20 houses. One guy's got 60 houses. Another guy I'm just trying to get, he's got 40 houses. So if I lock in and we become their handyman maintenance business, because I did maintenance on houses for years too. So what they do is, guess what? They're going to be profitable. That's like you hire me over there. I come over there. You got 10 houses. Guess what? All he does is say, Jeff, this is what he does. Crystal, whatever her name might be, her water and her furnace ain't working. I don't know what's going on. I go over there. She just needs a filter. It shuts down because the filter has never been changed. Pull the filter, put a filter in. Water leaking. I tighten up all the faucets. I tightened up. Everything stops. He's at work. He works for the city. He's at the city. I text him, taken care of, how much I owe you. He zells me. I give them a picture of an invoice. I take a picture of it. I send it to them. They pay me. They got proof of the work and a legal document for some, this is how I do it. It goes on my Zelle, it goes into either my handyman account or it goes into my church or however he wants to pay. Some people want to donate it to the church. Let me just give you a donation because I have a church, online church,
Yeah.
whatever it is. So I would make you profitable. If I worked for you, I would make you profitable because you can buy and invest without worrying about a $5,000 bill.
Repair.
So
Yep.
what
Yep.
happens? We have established a good work ethic and you are successful.
Yeah. Yeah. When we talk about getting started, especially for folks, who may have jobs outside of the real estate space, they may be doing this part-time. This may be one of their first investments. They can't afford, a $5,000 repair in many cases, nor can they afford, if they're needing to do a maintenance call and they're at work and they can't be there themselves. So having these type of strategic relationships is pivotal. Jeff, we are coming up on time here, though. Where can folks go to learn more about your business, Handyman Services? But I also know you're involved in so much. Where can folks find you? How can they reach out to you?
Okay. You can do this for consulting. Say that you got a problem within your household, something, you could call me. I'm going to give you, it's pastorjfo@gmail.com. Okay. You could text me or send me something, say, you know what, I need some advice. I'll give it to you. I pay me or not, because I don't want you to have to end up paying a bunch of money. And then also, I consult spiritually. I'm a pastor, I'm a minister, and then that's how you reach me. My phone number is 330-802-4469. I'm on Easter time. Please don't call me at 2 a.m. because Africa does that. They don't get it. They're 7 hours ahead of me over there. They're calling me at 12:30 at night, thinking I'm awake because it's 7:30 over there, right? So what time is it there with you?
So Eastern, we're 1 hour ahead at this time of year. So it's 9:30 here. It's probably 8:30 over there where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. I could put up with that, but 7 hours. And then India, I work with India pastors. They're 11 hours.
Yeah,
What?
that's another day.
That's a whole nother other can of worms there.
Jeff, again, thank you for coming on the show today. Thank you for talking with our audience. Thank you for coming on the show, Jeff.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.